Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Rabbit and Red Reviews. I'm Eric, and welcome to my 25th review. Wow, does time fly? Today, I am going to give a review of Willett Family Estates 3-year cask strength rye whiskey. So, Willett Distillery is in Bardstown, Kentucky. These can be a little bit tough to get. They release a 3-year and a 4-year rye, which you can find in some shops, and then they have some really, really rare ones that go anywhere from 5 years up until, I think, 12 or 13 years even, perhaps even older, which are incredibly expensive and hard to get, but keep your eyes peeled for them if you ever see them. They're pretty much must buy. All right, so I'm going to do a nose, taste, and finish review of this. And if you have yet to do so, feel free to hit that subscribe button and keep up to date on all the videos that I've been putting out. We'll have a lot more coming this year and excited to share with y'all. So, first of all, take a peek at this bottle. They got really actually kind of nice bottles. So this one in particular is at 53.7%, aged 3 years, so that's 107.4 proof. Doesn't tell you a whole lot about the whiskey itself on the bottle. It just says Family Estate Bottled Small Batch Rye, aged in hand-selected white oak barrels for 3 years, hand bottled at cask strength. Okay, so we can take a peek here at the color. Pretty nice looking stuff. And let's start off here with the nose. Wow. Okay, so right on the nose, rye spices front and center. Getting some vanilla as well. Some dill too. There's definitely a dill note. Which I know for some rye drinkers that can be the difference between loving a rye and not liking a rye. So right off the bat, I can tell you that the Willett 3-year here definitely has some of that prominent dill that you find in some ryes. So like a slight brininess, saltiness to some degree. Quite interesting, very bold, very inviting, and definitely spicy. Okay, let's give this a taste. Cheers. Really full, sweet, kind of creamy. The rye spice is there right on the nose, but then it's really mixed with kind of a butterscotch, caramel, vanilla. And as it develops, the rye spice really, really punches up and hits. Kind of goes into a drying development. Some of these really good spices coming through. The rye spice definitely punching there. The dill still prominent here on the development. Also, there's like a heat and so I'm thinking like black pepper, and then almost like a little bite of like a jalapeno or serrano pepper. Really, really delicious stuff. But wow, it's definitely a journey from the minute it hits your mouth until you get into the finish here, which is medium long. Drying, there's kind of a slight toffee, I just want to say kind of a peanut brittle type thing going on. Kind of rounds out that intense rye spice. Leaves a kind of tingle on your tongue. The dill, not as much on the finish, but kind of like a peppermint spearmint thing kind of going on. Let's put a little bit of water on this, see what we get out of it. So with the addition of water, the spice does subdue a little bit on the nose. It kind of makes the caramel and the vanilla a little bit more prominent. Also, getting a little bit more of that oak barrel. Yeah, it does seem to balance out the nose a little bit with the addition of water. As I said, this is at what 53.7%. So I mean, it's packing quite a punch. So a little bit of water will do good to bring that ABV down just a tad. Let's give it a taste again. Wow, really, really good stuff. The caramel and the butterscotch, definitely a little bit more prominent now with the addition of water, but it doesn't take long for that hit of kind of dry and punchy rye spice to get you back in that development. The pepper's a little bit toned down with the addition of water, but the finish still just spectacular. All sorts of things going on here. That toffee note, that vanilla, so the rye spice, a little bit of mintiness. This is really, really intense. Fantastic rye. So regarding the value, like I said, it's not an exclusive, but it's not something you're going to find everywhere. So you might have to do a little hunting to find this bottle. I think you can get this 3-year anywhere from about 45 to 55 bucks, maybe sometimes 60. I think it's definitely worth it. Okay, so final thoughts here on the Willett 3-year. I said, well, it might be tough to get your hands on this cask strength. Really does check all the boxes of a really just stellar mid-shelf whiskey. It's really good neat, especially if you're a rye lover and love a punchy, spicy rye. And with the drop of water, you know, it does make it a little bit tamer. I could see this standing up well in a cocktail if, you know, you're the type of person that would put a whiskey of mid-shelf or higher level into a cocktail. I could definitely see this doing well in something like a rye old fashioned, for example. So if this dill note, you know, if the dill doesn't turn you off and you actually enjoy that taste, you know, this is a complex rye, and I would say this is a must buy. So I'm going to score this as a 4 out of 5, which on my rating scale, which you'll see in the description section, is I highly recommend buying a bottle. All right, so that is my review of the Willett 3-year rye. And thanks to everybody who has joined me on these first 25 reviews. I look forward to talking to you all again here on Rabbit and Red Reviews. Cheers, y'all.